Hi Warriors! Today we're going to be exploring light in our universe. Like, how do we know what something's made out of? You guys haven't really questioned us when we talk about that, or how do we know how far away stuff is? How do we know how our universe is changing? So today we're going to start our explorations of that. So we're going to be looking at light as our first kind of building block for that, and you're going to get to look at what things are made out of, and you're going to get to play with this tool called a spectrometer. So the first thing you'll notice is we've got kind of two holes on this end. You've got a little tiny slit and a great big window. And then on this end you've got another little window. This end's the eyepiece. And we're going to do what I call looking like a pirate. Arg mate. So first you kind of put your fingers where that eyepiece is. And then you're going to find the little slit end. So I've got my hands wrong. There we go. And you point your hands at whatever you're going to be looking at. So I'm going to aim here at the camera. So now I aim at the camera, and when I look into there, I keep my hands pointed at my light source, but then I move my eyeballs, just my eyeballs, over here under this big window, and I can see a little rainbow kind of pop out over there underneath that window. If you look in the window, you'll notice some upside down numbers depending on how you're holding that. They might be right side up. I'm going to encourage you to hold them upside down, because then what will happen is your colors will match kind of what's on your lab packet. So when we look at our different light sources, this is what we're going to draw. So take a second right here and pause the movie and look up at just the room lights in the room. Well, what'd you see? Should have been something that looks like this. So you'll notice that you had a red band and an orange band, and then you had kind of a light green band, then kind of a tealy blue, and then a purple band. You should all have red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple colored pencils. If you don't have those, everybody needs their own. Stop now and get those. Because after each individual observation, you are going to have to draw what you see. You'll notice on your lab packet, your first one's actually sunlight. So take a second here and pause, and you're going to go either out to the elevator area and look out the window, or to the stairwell area and look out the door or look out the window. You don't have to go outside, just looking out the window. And don't look directly at the sun. We're just going to look out at the sunlight outside, and go take a look and see what that light source looks like. So pause the movie now and go do that. Okay, you're back. Now you're going to draw what you see. And hopefully what you saw was something like this. All the bands were touching and no colors were missing. So that is what sunlight looks like. So the thing that's important to notice is our two images are pretty different. We've got the room light had these bands with a bunch of black spots or black spaces around, where sunlight was kind of all the colors were touching. So our drawings today need to reflect that. So if there's lots of bands with stuff touching, I need to draw it like that. And sometimes colors will be missing. They'll always go in this order though. Or if there's lots of blank space, I need to make sure that I leave the blank space in my drawing as well. That's going to be important too. So the blank spaces are just as important as the colored spaces, the colored bands. So again, reminder, we're looking like a pirate. Arg mate. Okay, so I find the little slit. I point that at my light source. I put my eye in the eyepiece, and then I leave my hand stationary and I just move my eyeballs over to that spot underneath the big viewing window. Your goal for the day is to get through at least 3 to 4 stations. So the room is going to be dark. Please make sure that your chairs are pushed in. Your backpack is either under your desk or on your desk. If you need a little bit of light today, you'll use just the home screen on your cell phone. There's my family. You'll use just the home screen on your cell phone. Don't use the flashlight because that's going to be too bright. We want our eyes to be adjusted to the dark so we can see each one. And please keep only 3 people per station, so that way everyone has a chance to go around the room and get to the stations that they want to get to. All right, enjoy your explorations today.